Without any further ado, I'm Councilwoman Cosby, and this is the Fifth Ward annual celebration of Black History. We usually do a little community meeting, but we don't have any big news right now, other than the apartments are going up. You guys see the construction here, and then we have I requested to have speed humps installed on Fay Avenue. So there's an investigation. Hopefully they'll get that done for us, so that it can be safer for us. Anyway. This year we have our judge, who is a graduate of Stockton University in literature. She's been judging every year remotely because she's always been in school or out of the country. So this year I'm grateful that Miss Thomas is here with us. She graduated already, so she was the one who they send me the essays and she read them. And School 4 had hard copy essays, which was awesome. So I had to make sure I delivered them to her right away. And she read each and every one of them, even the ones that came in the day after the deadline. So this year's theme is Children Make History Too. Every year we normally do an honorary, a local person who we celebrate, but this year we were considering, or I'm thinking of, making sure that the children understand that they can make history as well. So I believe the children are our future, as the song goes, and the theme of the essay was Children Make History Too. So it's a creative writing essay, and so the children can talk about whatever they want appropriate to the theme. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't read the essays. I left it to the judge, so I was looking forward to hearing them tonight when I hear it with everyone else. So Naisha's going to come up and she's going to talk to you about the winners. And we're going to go third place, second place, and then first place. And the prizes are from the Civic Association, Roshana Cosby Civic Association. So, I mean, it's a small gift and a little bit of cash for them to do whatever they want. But it's just to encourage them to continue to write and be history makers for us in the future. All right, so Naisha, come on.
Hi, everybody. My name is Naisha Thomas. Like she said, I'm a recent graduate of Stockton University with a degree in English literature. Writing has been my life, and reading essentially, since I was born. I had friends who would say, your parents are the dictionary to you when you were in the womb. Like that, you like to read so much. And it's true. I like reading, I like writing, and she can tell you, every time she sends me and she's like, okay, it's time for the Black History Month contest, I was like, yay, I get to read them again. Because I really am so excited to read and to just get to know what's going on in young people's minds. Because I'm young, but I'm not that young anymore. So it was nice. And I think the submissions this year were really great because they were all really inspiring because it's kids writing about kids. So we had some submissions about how kids could change their own communities, which I think was super awesome. And we had students talking about Ruby Bridges, and we also have a submission from Kid President, who I love. I think he's super innovative. So yeah, I think this program is great. I think that even if you didn't win this year, you should continue writing. I always encourage to continue writing because I think it's just awesome. So without further ado, we're going to start with our third place winner, who is Victoria. I'm sorry, I might mispronounce your last name, Imogu? Yes, okay, all right, come on up, Victoria. Congratulations. So here you go. And do you want to just read for us? Here.
In the laurel of Kid President, you were made to be awesome. This describes him too because he is awesome and made history. Kid President Robin Malkin is a 15-year-old boy that inspires so many kids to have a dream, work hard, and change the world. He taught me that one won't always be awesome, but my response can be, he was also said that if you can't think of anything nice to say, you're not thinking hard enough. He wants everyone to be kind and follow the golden rule. Because of him, I want to follow my dream of becoming a doctor. I think that isn't my important for kids to have a voice. Always use yours.
So next up, we have Jeremiah Poncio, who wrote about Louis Braille. All right, Jeremiah, the floor is yours. There you go.
Louis Braille changed the world by making a school for the blind. Louis Braille is a kind and caring boy. The Braille system of reading and writing was created by Louis Braille. He is a 15-year-old French inventor. Before that, Louis was 3 years old, and he became blind. He went beyond in his education and got a large scholarship to be part of the Royal Institute for Blind Youth. There, Louis Braille started working on something to help blind people to read and write quickly, which he presented to a group of people when he was only 15.
There you go. Congratulations. And last but not least, we have a submission from, I believe, a high schooler. His name is Ryan Angeletto. Did I say that right? All right, cool. So Ryan, you can come on up and read for us.
This upcoming month is February, or as many like to know it as, Black History Month. Black History Month is an annual observance in Canada, Ireland, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and the United States. It began as a way for remembering important people and events in the history of African Americans and how they overcame many hardships over time. One thing that people forget about Black History Month is how kids contribute just as much as adults do. A prime example would be Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges is an American civil rights activist. She was the first African American child to desegregate the all-white William Frantz Elementary School in Louisiana during the New Orleans school desegregation crisis in 1960. Ruby Bridges was born on September 8, 1954, in Tylertown, Mississippi. Bridges grew up on a small farm in Tylertown, Mississippi, and her parents were sharecroppers, meaning they farmed the land but didn't own it, and overall grew up a little poor. Ruby went to kindergarten at an all-black school located in New Orleans. The school in New Orleans at the time were unnecessarily racially segregated. Racial segregation is the separation of people into racial or other ethnic groups in daily life. Ruby later on showed that she was smart enough and was offered to take a test to get into a better elementary school. This school happened to be all white. Bridges passed the test and was selected for enrollment at the city's William Frantz Elementary School. November 14th, 1960, her first day. She was escorted to school by 4 federal marshals. Bridges spent the entire day in the principal's office as irate parents marched into the school to remove their children while making racial remarks towards her. It took Bridges her second day to meet with a single teacher and actually learn. Her whole experience with school included being escorted by federal marshals, being the odd one out, and dealing with all the vivid and cruel racial remarks and looks from all the white parents and bystanders. She spent most of her knowledgeable and joyful days with the teacher and renowned child psychologist Robert Coles. Ruby Bridges then went on to become an icon and grew to inspire other African Americans that were enrolled into white schools. Ruby Bridges didn't stop informing people after elementary school, but proceeded to become one of the most iconic and known civil rights activists of all time. Her post-school life was full of positivity. Oh, shit. And, her post-school life was full of positivity and information around ending racism and informing people on segregation. After graduating from a desegregated high school, she worked as a travel agent for 15 years and later became a full-time parent. She is now chair of the Ruby Bridges Foundation, which she informed in 1999 to promote the values of tolerance, respect, and appreciation of all differences, as well as writing 2 books about herself called Through My Eyes and Ruby Bridges Goes to School, My True Story. Another honorable mention of Ruby's work would be the movie she made in 1998, Ruby Bridges, starring Chaz Monet as Ruby. Despite the amount of hatred Ruby Bridges has dealt with throughout her early life, she still had the mental and physical strength to overcome it and become a legend in Black history. Bridges has accomplished what some would consider impossible and till this day is spreading positivity at the proud age of 54. Kids around America will one day wonder why not everybody is the same in their school and will thank Ruby Bridges for her work. In some minds, Ruby went from rags to riches and overall changed public schools in America forever.
We usually have kids doing original poetry, but Shemaya is here from Linden High School as well, and she has a poem that she wants to read for us. Come on, Shemaya, stop being shy. And Shemaya was here when we used to do the poetry, essay, poems, like it was a whole thing in 2011. So Shemaya was one of the original kids when we had like 4 posters and a few poems. So, and she's a high schooler now. So Shemaya, you can read your poem that you chose for us in honor of Black History Month. Thank you.
My poem is Freedom Walk.
Say it loud,
Freedom. They say we'll never get it. I believe when people hear the color side of the story. Injustice anywhere is an insult to justice everywhere. They chant and throw objects, but I'm not giving up. I feel like I can walk all night for freedom. Cops yell and block the roads, and other people go back. Groups of Caucasians chant in our faces and hold up signs, but all I can say is keep walking. That's it.
And like I said, the students from the high school couldn't make it to sing, but unfortunately there was an issue. I was so excited because every year they do such a good job. But go to the program on the 15th and you'll see an awesome program from Linden High School. And that's the conclusion of the official program. Please stay. We have cake and tea and coffee, so you guys can enjoy that. So next year, participate, because you never know who's going to win, and the prizes might get bigger. So, but thank you guys.